4 months ahead. That's how early you should be listing products ahead of their expected season. This means that in March, you should be planning for summer. In June, you should be planning for Halloween. And in August, you should be planning for Christmas. Which I know, it sounds crazy. But when it comes to generating momentum on Etsy with new listings, it can take Etsy 60 to even 90 days to collect enough data about your new listing to assign it a listing quality score, thus establishing who should see this new listing and where on a search page. So in today's video, I'll be sharing a few new trends that you can expect to see gaining popularity over the next few months on Etsy. For those who are new here, my name is Starla, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And one of my jobs over at eRank is to analyze current trends, as well as forecast the items that we expect to see trending over the coming months. So here's a list of ideas and themes to help kick off your summer product planning. Kicking off our list, the term denim decor saw a massive spike in searches last month on Etsy. With 80s and 90s themes trending heavily in 2024, products like denim-themed pillows, seat cushions, blankets, plush toys, and even jewelry are all making appearances in Etsy's editorial picks. A good indication that Etsy will continue heavily promoting denim-themed products over the coming months. If you want to get in on this trend, definitely list those items while the competition is still low. Over the last few months, searches for the term stationery have skyrocketed, going from just 1,060 monthly searches in December to a whopping 12,540 searches in January. These numbers only dropped slightly in February, with over 11,660 searches last month. Unfortunately, competing in stationery will be a bit challenging, with nearly 6 million competitive listings utilizing this term. But by stacking this trend with other trending themes from this video, you can kill two birds with one stone while still competing in this highly popular industry. In my 2024 yearly trend video, I predicted that capybaras would maintain popularity over the coming months. And for the most part, my prediction was correct. While the popularity of capybaras has had its ups and downs over the last few months, the ratio of searches compared to low competition levels is a clear indication that capybaras are still one of Etsy's most popular creatures. Not to mention, searches for capybara shirt were at an all-time high last month, jumping from just 1,710 searches in January to 3,710 searches in February. With only 7,389 competitive listings, capybara shirts are a huge sweet spot to target this summer. Every once in a while, I'll find a term that is so good, it's actually shocking. Over the last few months, the number of searches for snail ring on Etsy has actually exceeded the number of competitors. This only happens once in a blue moon, so if you're in the jewelry or cottagecore industry, this is definitely a product that I recommend listing in time for summer. Every spring and summer, it seems like a new fruit theme generates buzz in fashion, stationery, and home decor. And this year, that fruit is cherries. Last month, the term cherry jumped to 7,660 searches. And despite the high competition numbers, this trend can easily be nested within other trending products, such as cherry-themed jewelry, cherry-themed stickers, and even cherry-scented products. Sometimes forecasting trends requires taking a peek beneath the surface a bit, especially when it comes to sniffing out the best trends. At a glance, it looks like the term ear cuff on Etsy was once a good term, but it's been on a steady decline over the last few months. However, in the top left corner of our eRank screen, we can see that this term has been especially popular this week. Not to mention, these low competition numbers are too good to ignore. As weather warms up and people are spending more time out of the house, I predict that we'll see a steady incline in searches for ear cuffs over the next few months. Another trend that takes a bit more analysis to forecast is the term gargoyle. And this term stands out to me for several reasons. The most obvious factor is the number of average monthly searches versus the low competition levels for this term, as well as the slight jump in searches last month specifically. However, look at the searches in July of last year. With gargoyles being a popular garden decor item, as well as a reoccurring theme in several recently popular fantasy books, I speculate that we may see see a similar interest in gargoyle-themed products this year as well. Over the last 15 months, keycaps have remained a highly searched term on Etsy, with insane monthly searches and relatively low competition. These ratios are seriously unheard of. And as someone who buys custom keycaps, I can verify that there aren't very many sellers who currently offer them. If those numbers aren't enough, I've got another layer to this trend. The term cute keycaps specifically saw a massive spike in searches last month on Etsy. And with only 2,468 competitive listings, this niche is just waiting to be pioneered by new sellers looking to start a profitable summer product line. Being strategic about your product launches and listings is an important part of driving traffic to your Etsy shop, no matter what you sell. Especially as we game up for what most sellers consider to be Etsy's slowest season in terms of traffic and sales. Which is why I've done the hard part of planning a 12-month Etsy schedule for you. This free PDF contains a 12-month printable set of calendars to help you plan ahead for holidays and popular seasons. Plus, each month has personal tips and pointers from me that will help you to stay ahead of your competition. You can grab my free calendars up here and in the link down below. Overall, success on Etsy means planning at least 4 months ahead for popular seasons in order to stay ahead of your competition and to plan strategically for busy seasons. And with a little science, a lot of data, and some help from a trusted Etsy expert, you'll be well on your way to Etsy success. Cue the funky lo-fi beat.